We will be doing a bar and stock defense on Clubhouse with Mira and Maestra being banned. The strat was recommended by Ashrit the baniya. The rank subtitles in the bottom. Required operators: Echo, Legion of Valkyrie, Castle, Jaeger, and Kaid. It is recommended to ban Thatcher so your Kaid charge will be more safe. This strat will be all about a heavy stock hold from CCTV cache as well as a unique stage hold. Holding top floor is mostly to rotate towards the gym hatch in order to deny the strip push if it is happening. Reinforcements: 3 walls in CC. Double wall between garage and lounge. One by the stage on the west. 2 bar, and the last 2 are pole reinforcements. If going with Legion, place loads of goo mines by the strip as well as by the gym and bedroom place, so you do not need there a Yokai drone. If Valkyrie, place a Valkyrie camera around strip. Bar, and outside of the lobby double doors. Leave a Yokai drone inside of the bedroom and garage. Castle barricade should be put, one by the kitchen window, one by the lobby double doors, and one by the storage doors. You can melee it 11 times. ADS should be put, one by the deployable shield on the kitchen hallway, one with Cade in lounge, and the final one by the garage player on the catwalk. If Thatcher was banned, replace here a Kai charge and bring with yourself 2 impacts so you can impact trick this wall. The other Kai charge can be used to trick the CC exterior wall. Pre-open here a hole, so Twitch drone or any other explosion on the top does not get rid of it. Secondary gadgets. You will have 4 barbed wires, Echo and Jaeger, and you will place them all against the stock push, by the garage doors. Stock doors facing east, freezer, and construction to the cache door. A deployable shield should be placed here in a way that blocks every line of sight, including the rappel onto the plane into the kitchen hallway. You could barricade the door between lobby and stage. Line of sights and rotations. 2 rotations, in between kitchen hallway and stage, and garage with CC. A standard one when defending CCTV and cache. Open up storage, kitchen, construction, and gym hatch. Obviously open up the wall between sides. Positions: Castle in the kitchen, Legion by the kitchen hallway, Kaid in the lounge, Echo on the catwalk, and Jaeger in CCTV or cache. Logic behind the strat. If your intentions are bringing bar out of 3 objectives that are relatively viable to defend, that means that you're doing something unique, and this shot is pretty much a great poker shot that totally denies the usual storage push through the garage as well as the storage. The idea behind the strat is to play around kitchen and its hallway. You may want to melee the kitchen castle barricade window 9 times, so you can give them even more pressure. Kaid is on a very good position, can aid Legion and Castle by the kitchen window, and as well as can help against the garage push thanks to the stock castle barricade. Also, he pretty much can stop any hard breacher trying to get inside of the CCTV due to the cleverly positioned Kai charge. The thoughtful roamers are there to stall attackers as much as possible, but they are also important because you have a yokai drone around bedroom, and if you're being pushed from the strip, you will be able to use the gym hatch in order to stop the push. It kinda will be a harder mission, but since you have a yokai drone, you could do it. Break the CCTV window before going in bedroom. The hatches inside kitchen and construction are there if problems, for an escape route. The kitchen hallway play also stops attackers from the lobby rush push. What to do if A. Strip push. Well, the strat is all about countering the standard stock push, so it could be an issue. As previously stated, use yokai drones and push with 2 people in the gym area, opening the CCTV window first. If you manage to get onto the hatch, they will have a hard time doing a strip push. B. Storage and CCTV push. You will have way easier time if Thatcher was banned, and you relatively should be fine if this is the only push. You can give them CCTV cache area. They'll probably push your kite out later on due to the vertical angles and as well as the cache stairs. So try to stall them as much as possible. Use kite to aid your echo player holding a rush. You can even drop the kitchen hatch and play in the oil pit for additional angle. C. Smoke storage push. You will have to play around the echo a lot. Use long angles from stage and you shall be fine. Mountain or glass could be issue, especially glass as you can lower the Monty shield with echo. But just try to quick pick the common plant spot if they have glass. Pros. It's a poker strat. Will throw enemies out of their comfort zone and there is a possibility that you will screw up their lineup. Pick the bar defense smartly to ruin their lineup as much as possible. Like if they are going to bring Hibana, Termite and possibly Maverick or just 2 out of these 3 for the basement push, go for the bar. It's highly unlikely that they will have with 2 hard breachers, an operator like Montaigne Glaze, unless they're pushing through garage on CCTV. Pick the size smartly. Another pro is holding storage heavily. Cons. A simple strip push. Not being able to do over and over again as your kitchen and kitchen hallway could easily collapse. If, let's say, Kite doesn't do enough against the kitchen window from the lounge, or if Castle falls back to the arsenal very quickly from the hatch, then your Legion could be very exposed. There are some other ideas to help the strat still works if that happens, but that will be too in-depth. Feel free to ask down below for some quick tips about that. That's it. Support me by subscribing, click the notification bell and liking the video. Don't forget to join the Discord server. With this being said, peace out.